¿Qué pasa, mira? So if you're not tuned in, you're watching I Don't Know That's Perfect. I am your host. I am Mario from the South Side, and today we have another amazing episode for y'all. As usual, we always try to bring y'all the greatest and best of artists, content creators, what have you. But it also comes with the responsibility of introducing y'all and putting y'all onto the newer and favorite artists that are coming up in Austin or in the area or wherever it may be, you know. And so luckily today we have an amazing artist who is up and coming and pretty fresh, I would say. And then obviously an old friend of the show, recent friend of the show, if you will. I'm speaking of Janiah Del Rio and Rich the Mack. How are y'all doing today?
Doing good today.
Thank y'all for coming out. I know it's I didn't get to sit down with you last time. As for those of y'all maybe aware, Rich the Mack was recently on the show with Del Springs Mo. We miss you, bro.
Shout out my boy.
Can't wait till you touch down. But now we have the talented Janiah Del Rio.
Yes.
How are y'all doing?
Good,
Good.
good. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, of course. I know it's scheduling can always get a little confusing, especially on my end, because I'm trying to
okay.
get better at making sure that I schedule everything accordingly, and sometimes it falls through my end, you know. So I'm working on, especially for the amount of episodes that we're trying to push out right now.
Yeah,
so
y'all pushing out a lot of content.
We're trying to get back into it because for a while there we were going a little bit slow. But
Yeah.
just for those that are watching and may not be familiar, go ahead and introduce yourselves.
So I'm Janiah Del Rio. I'm a singer in Austin, Texas. I don't have any content out right now, but I do plan on having a project coming out soon, late August, I would say.
Our song.
Oh, yeah. And then we have a song coming out on July 28th featuring Rich the Mack.
Mark your calendars.
Yes, it's called You and Me, July 28th. So I'm
And-
really excited about that.
And I made the cover.
Yes, you made the cover.
Oh, shit, yeah, man, this is exciting. I've been seeing y'all promote just behind the scenes stuff about it, so it's been exciting to witness from this end. So, but we'll get to it soon. I guess taking it back. Starting off with you, Janiah. You say this is fairly new that I think you have one song out and a couple features so far?
Yeah, so actually about that, I started in October last year. I had pushed out a song called Runaway, and then I pushed out a few more songs called Encounter, Captivated, but I'm kind of just rebranding right now, so
Okay.
I kind of took those down, and with this project, I haven't disclosed anything like the name or the release date yet, but this is like my way of rebranding. So it's me saying goodbye to when I had first started making music because I was very new. I was a beginner. I didn't really have my sound yet. And now that I found it, this is me introducing the new Janiah, the new sound. So I'm really
Okay.
excited to share with everyone what I've been working on. So
And so what kind of led to the whole rebrand that made you want to just kind of restart from scratch?
because like I kind of knew that it wasn't my sound. I felt like I haven't found that sound yet. I've improved a lot more. When I had made those songs and pushed them out, like you could tell I was really nervous in the studio. I wasn't really comfortable. I wouldn't get out of my box. So that's when I was like, you know what? I'm going to like show everyone that like I've found my sound. I've improved. Like I don't sound, you know, I guess just timid.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
really
everybody
wanna-
has a starting
Oh,
point, I
yeah.
would imagine.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
so
For sure.
it definitely takes some time, and then it takes a while for you to kind of settle into your voice and the sound that you're trying to
Oh, yeah.
accomplish. So I'm excited to hear that, and it's dope to know that you're actually taking the time out to really focus on that because it's very important. A lot of people just think it's easy to just start making music and that's
Yeah,
it. You
there's
just
a
want
lot
to pop
more.
off, you know, but that's not
Yep.
always the case, unfortunately. Have you always sang just your whole life, or is
yeah. So like ever since I was like in my youth, like I was singing talent shows. I would just sing
Okay.
in my room or like sing with my family, like karaoke. But I always had like stage fright. I was really scared of what others thought. So I never really expressed it in front of people. But when I did make my first song, Runaway, that's when I just took that leap and I was
Yeah.
like, you know what, I'm going to make music and not care what others think. And I know I have a voice and I want to put my voice, my feelings into something and deliver it to everyone, a piece of me.
And so you're saying the Runway was like the first official track that you released under like just as an artist?
Yes.
What kind of led you to I guess that epiphany there where you were like, okay, I'm gonna try this out. I feel like I have something in this. I'm gonna go ahead and just do it. You know?
Yeah, so there's actually someone I went to school with. She was kind of older than me, but she was like the first person at my school to really make music, and so that really inspired me because I thought she was really good. She goes by Saint London. She kind of makes music. She's kind of I think she's kind of taking a break, but yeah, she really inspired me, and she showed me the ropes. Like when I told her, I was like, you know what, I think I want to make music, and she showed me the ropes, how to distribute the music, what to look out for, and everything. But what made me want to ask her was I was at a Jack Harlow concert, and although he raps, I sing. He just gave out a really inspiring speech that he was like, it's crazy that I'm here right now because I never thought I would make it because people were telling me, like, you're not good, you're not going to make it. And so, I was like, you know what? I need to stop caring what others think and just do it. Like, I want to do that. And so I did it. Yeah, and I'm here now.
Here we are. That's awesome. It's a great story, and it's honestly funny to hear that because you guys are fairly young compared to myself, at least. We were just having a conversation on screen about Four Loko, and I just kind of put into perspective for myself as to the huge age gap between both of us, But yeah, Jack Harlow is definitely it's a good example to use in the sense of like the difference in like the eras of it that were in inspiration and artists that have probably had experienced that same feeling of self-doubt because it's it's very common. I myself have had it with the podcast, so it's a common feeling that a lot of people never learn how to kind of get over, and unfortunately it just holds people back. But it's awesome that you were able to take that and just kind of throw it back into music, because I've always found the music is like one of the best ways to like express yourself and just release whatever it is. A lot of times we cope, At what point did you guys end up meeting? That kind of, I feel like you guys have a pretty like close relationship musically and just as good friendship, what kind of brought you out together?
So it all started when I dropped my debut project, Underdog, and that's actually what Dove was talking to me about, the entire, that podcast we did, and we were just kind of chatting up, and then my friend Eric, of Essentially Rich, he owns a brand. He kind of connected us together, and ever since then we've kind of been, tight. And over the months, I would kind of give her, sauce like how to like put music out there, like how to improve, songwriting or like beat selection and whatnot. So it kind of really just started back in like I want to say January 20th.
Yeah, I would say he definitely changed my perspective with music. Like I didn't realize like how serious and like what it takes to really like take it serious. Because like I was new, like I didn't really know what I was doing, and he really like definitely like showed me the ways.
And I feel like both of you guys are still like early on in y'all stages. You're a little bit earlier than Rich, but it's the common that I see is that you both guys have had somebody who's kind of been able to mentor you guys and sort of in a way to give you all advice and kind of put you on game as to what it takes to pursue a career in music or just do music in general.
Oh, 100%.
It's always a good thing to have somebody like that, especially when you're starting off, because I've seen so many times where people just kind of just throw themselves in and just nobody to kind of help them out or even too scared to ask for help. A lot of times people think that when you're going into like rap or you're just going into hip hop or music or whatever,
that's another thing too. Like a lot of people don't really have like a direction that they go. They don't have like someone to give them advice or anything. Mm-hmm. For me, I'd say in Austin especially, it's a little hard because everyone's kind of just, like
all over the place.
Yeah, or like they're all just trying to like benefit themselves instead of trying to help everyone out. I'm for one never one to like gatekeep information or anything too. So if I'm trying to help people out, I'll definitely be the first one to do that.
What are some of the influence for both of y'all that y'all had that had kind of help y'all not kind of like just make the sound that y'all have, but kind of push y'all to the music that y'all make?
Mine is really just life. You experience things, you got to get it out. I used to be the quiet kid, which is kind of funny because now I'm trying to put myself out there more. And, being able to put my feelings down on paper, I had to listen to a lot of different music. And I'll always say, like, people like Drake, Kanye, singers, they've always, inspired me. And, like I said, being able to put my feelings down and just, on a song or like on a beat or something, kind of just pushes me.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to agree with that. Life experiences, like writing from your heart and from what you've experienced really pushes you to like just pour it all on a piece of paper and like make good music. I really look up to Kali Uchis, and she really pushes me. I love her. Callie Uchis is amazing. Like, I don't know, just the way she writes, the way she sings. There's a lot of other artists like SZA, Summer Walker, and all that stuff. So they definitely push me and inspire me.
Mm-hmm. And it's again, I'd go back to the point of like the generational differences, because a lot of times people like to kind of make it a thing to argue that nowadays there's not a lot of authentic artists and whatnot. But like you take any artist that's made it as far as they all have had the starting point that the same way that you guys have. And so it's cool to hear all these other influences that, you know, made to somebody that's my age, probably it's a completely different perspective, you know. So that's definitely cool. Going back to the project that you guys have coming up, what is the name of the song that you guys have?
It's You and Me.
Yeah, it's called You and Me.
Okay.
Yeah.
And kind of what kind of led to because I know this is so it's this is what's gonna kick off the
as a lead
rollout,
single.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. What led to the idea and the inspiration to this project, to this song?
Honestly, we were just kind of surfing through beats, and I was looking to work on a song with her for her project for a while. And we got off of work one day, and she was just in the car, and she's like, "Look at what I worked on while you were gone." And she played it to me, and instantly I was like, "Damn, I need to get on this," you know? So we kind of worked from there. And I ain't gonna lie, it took me a little bit, but you know, we eventually made it happen.
Yeah, we had to sit down and write.
Yeah, last I ain't gonna lie, last second I always work last second. Last second I came through. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's good. So that works for some of us. You know, like I myself am a procrastinator, so I do all my best work at the last minute.
Nah, for real. I feel that.
So has that led to more songs and stuff that you guys are working on together?
We're planning on it.
Yeah, I have a new project I'm starting to work on.
Okay.
You know, I wanna get her on there, kind of just figure out, you know, where I can place her. And I think we'll go from there.
Yeah.
That's good. And going back to you, Rich, I know last time you were on the show was just like after the release of Underdog, and then since then you've dropped the deluxe version of that.
Yeah, and then I dropped a single about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, and I was just listening to single, and it's a very different vibe, and it's something that like if I was at the interview, I wanted to kind of focus and talk about how you have the versatility on that project itself, because you kind of like try to showcase every style that you can as an artist, and then you come and drop this single and just completely like, damn, he's on his island boy shit. So it's pretty cool to see that you still kind of are, as you're still developing, you're still showcasing your styles. And how has the feedback been since you dropped the project? Because even from like what I see that you post, like you have fans, and it's crazy.
You know, the feedback's kind of been really, you know, mind-boggling, because, you know, like I said before, then I never really was the type of person to express myself. So seeing all the feedback, you know, it helps me shape all my new music, and even this new project that I'm working on. You know, I'm taking the positive aspects of it, you know, the negative aspects, and sorting it through. And with that new single I dropped, that's something that I haven't officially announced yet. That's the first single off of my new project that I'm working on, and I'm expanding the sound a bit, you know, getting out there more. Versatility is definitely a priority on this next project. I think that kind of ties it all together.
What led to the inspiration to that single in particular?
So it's actually kind of weird. Like, I've had that beat for a while. I was actually going to use that on Underdog, you know, but it was just like a throwaway, and I never got to it. And one day I was just like, you know, I was listening to, what was it? That new song that Bad Bunny put out. You know, I kind of got inspiration from that. You know, it's like, you know, it's like a different sound from it. It's like a Jersey beat. And I was like, shit, I got this beat right here. Like, I might as well get to work on it. Yeah. And then I started listening to that, and I forgot what other song I was listening to. I think it was a Drake song. You know, I kind of just put the pieces together, and I came out with that.
That's awesome. Yeah. And it's like I said, it's a really good song. It's definitely a vibe of a song. So it's cool to see you still coming out with more stuff. Do you have an idea when that project you're shooting to drop that for?
Not till
still
next
all
year.
up in the air. Okay, yeah, that's good. That's
taking my
exciting.
time.
What kind of led to the concept or the idea of dropping a deluxe version? Because that's something that's like, it's not a common thing, you know. It's not unless you're like the huge artists that just are trying to get more plays or whatever, you know. But you came back and you dropped more music on it when you just gave people more stuff, you know. And a lot of times people, they try to just keep it as minimal possible whenever you want more music, and you went and did that. What kind of led to that?
So originally it was supposed to have like 11, 12 songs, but, you know, last second I just started cutting songs, so it came out with 8. And then I was like, you know what? I still got more bullets in the chamber. Like, you know, why not? So the month after, it's actually a special day for me. The 24th is when my dad passed away. And starting on this year, that date would have been the 10 years, and he's kind of the reason why I started making music. You know, so that's kind of my tribute to him. You know, it's like, you know, me leaving a piece of myself out there. You know, if he really is out there listening, you know, he's able to see what I've started and, you know, the journey that I, you know, got on.
I'm sure he is. So that's awesome. That's beautiful. So that's cool. Any ideas that you have, Janae, for just the way that you want, kind of, because this is your debut, so this is like your like first official project to present
Rebrand.
as yourself. Do you have any ideas that you've already kind of started playing with, or concepts, or is it still like you're still on the like up in the air stage
of my EP?
Yeah, like for like rollouts and like the way that you kind of want to present it.
Honestly, I really haven't thought that far. Honestly, I guess this is just my way of like rebranding. I really want people. I know I'm making CDs, and so like on those, like whoever buys them or like gets them and receives them, I like have like a whole paragraph like to them like if they read it. So like I kind of just want to like them to feel like, I guess, me saying goodbye to the old self, whoever knew me from that time, like everyone that heard my music, they'll be able to like know. I don't know how to describe it.
Like you're parting ways with the old version that you had, and you're introducing the old, reborn.
Yes. Okay. Yes,
That's awesome. Yeah, I'm definitely excited to see what comes out about that, and hopefully as soon as you have some singles or more songs, like we'd be able to tune into that. So.
I'm already planning on singles and another project after this one, so already planning ahead.
Oh, you're already hitting the ground running. That's good, and that's the way to do it. What have you had any moments like since you've like came back and just like kind of like started re-promote yourself and been working on rebranding yourself, that you kind of like, you know, we always kind of have that moment of reassurance that kind of just tells you like, okay, like I'm going towards the right direction. I'm doing the right thing. Have you had that moment yet?
Yeah, I actually have moments where I'm just like, I doubt myself, where I'm just like, I don't know if this will be good and stuff like that. But like, sorry, what was the question again?
Have you had like a moment that kind of just like reassured you that you're headed the right direction?
Honestly, I don't think I actually have more doubts than.
Do you?
Yeah.
I mean, we're still early on, so
yeah. I don't know like if it's gonna do good. I have high expectations for myself.
Of course.
So I'm very like, I'm never comfortable. I'm always wanting to improve, and when I re-listen to my songs, I want to like perfect it and make sure it's good. So like that in a way reassures that like, yes, this is what I want to go for. This is the idea that I want to push out. So just, I guess, re-listening to everything, making sure everything's good. Yeah.
Yeah, they say that you are your biggest critic. So, you know, it stands true to
Very
I'm sure everybody can attest to that. And I have seen that you've already done a few live performances, have you?
Yeah, I've done quite a bit. Yeah.
How has that been? Just like, I would imagine that you would have to break out of his show, because you said that, again, this is all new. You're a newer artist, a fresh artist. So how was that?
I will say for my first performance, like I was really nervous. Like I didn't know what to expect, and not gonna lie, like my first performance, I walked in and there's just tables and tables of just like weed everywhere, and so like for me, I wasn't used to that, so I was just like, dang, and it was crazy. A crazy experience for sure, but it's gotten better. Like once I do my research on like all these venues and stuff, like I'm definitely wanting to go more professionally.
For sure.
And I definitely want to branch out like outside of Austin, try to do Houston shows. We did a Houston show.
I saw it. Yeah.
It was a 3-hour drive. It was, honestly, it was pretty cool. I met some new faces. And, you know, being in Austin, you hear so much of the same music, you know, at some point, just, you know, it's nice to branch out and hear some different.
It's very nice.
I mean, that's essentially the ultimate goal to do, like, because everybody, you know, they meet their milestones here in Austin, and then I've known quite a few that kind of just expand outward and just leave the city ultimately, you know, so it's always good to kind of start off early on. So how about for yourself, Rich? How has your stage performance built since you began?
Man, I ain't gonna lie, my first performance was, when was that, in February?
Where did you perform at?
The first South by Southwest. The first performance I ever did.
Oh,
I did like five different days of performing, and those were all my first 5 performances. And I ain't gonna lie,
brutal training,
bro. No, I ain't gonna lie. The first one I was shitting bricks because I never performed before, and I go in. It's for quality control. That's what it was.
Event.
Okay. Yeah. I walked in, and you know, there's so many people there. I'm like my heart's pounding, and then when it's they started playing songs, and whoever song it is, you just get up there. And I remember they said this one dude's name, and then they started playing my song.
Oh shit!
Yeah, and I was like,
Yeah.
what?
That was
That was the first red flag. And then when I went up to perform, you had to bring a certain amount of people to do 2 songs. I brought like 7 people. You needed 4, I think. And my second song was playing. The DJ just cuts it, and he's like, "You didn't pay for 2 songs, bro. You gotta leave."
What?
That was in front of everybody. So as a first performance, that definitely threw me off a lot. And I almost didn't want to do the other ones, but because of her, I really went out and did the second one, third one, fourth one, etc. So
I'm sure you don't regret it now.
Yeah,
sure.
it was a bad first experience.
Hey, at least you can say that your first one
Yeah.
could be your worst one,
Dude. And like the thing is, like, I was actually getting a really good reception too on the first one.
Yeah.
So the second one would have been cool,
Yeah.
but
They cut you off.
yeah,
Man.
DJ. Yeah.
People were loving them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Shit
awesome. Yeah, I definitely need to catch both of you guys live soon because
For sure.
I feel like stage presence, it's a crucial role that it comes to an artist.
We were just talking about that today.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Have you guys developed any sort of like, I guess not necessarily like a remedy, but just something that eases y'all's mind now that y'all have gotten a fair share amount of performances out of y'all's bag?
I've honestly definitely gotten a
Yeah.
lot more comfortable the more shows I do. I know, like, the first few, I would, like, my voice is all shaky, and even at the Houston show, my voice cracked, but that's okay. Yeah, no, my voice cracked in front of everyone. I have it on video. It was,
In
but
4K.
everyone still cheered me on, so
Damn.
we're good. I just got really nervous, choked on my
Yeah.
note.
I ain't gonna lie though, doing like only those like first 5 performances, I've done a few more after. It gets to that point where like, the only places that you can perform, it just starts to feel like it doesn't like benefit you that much, because they want you to lobby in like $30 and then like only like
Yeah.
2 people will show up, and
Yeah.
the whole time it just kind of, I just feel like I want to start hitting bigger stages
For sure.
eventually,
Yeah.
and like getting crowds that actually, are involved or like that do want to show up, and listen to you
Yeah.
perform. I think right now for Austin, I'm on hold for performing until I
Yeah.
find something better.
Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, no, I definitely get that, and I understand how you may want to just reserve yourself for like the perfect scenario, because it's especially starting off, it's hard to actually come across that. So
Yeah.
but it seems like anytime that you guys have performed, you guys get great feedback and people they
100%.
fuck with it. So
Especially her.
yeah,
Especially
Yeah.
her. People be going crazy over her music.
man.
The
Yeah.
last one we did was in Waco, right?
Wait. Oh yeah,
Yeah, she
it was in Waco.
She did one of her unreleased songs. Everyone was coming
off
up
the
there
project,
recording.
yeah.
Yeah, she got like 50 follows that night.
There you
Yeah.
go.
It was
So,
cool.
In case
It's-
y'all need a little snippet of the project, that's what
There
it's
you
gonna be like.
go.
Yeah, no, it was fun. Everyone loved it, and it was good because I got to like promote some of the songs off the project and like see how the crowd like reacts to it, not knowing like it's out yet. So getting good feedback that reassures me.
Yeah,
That
there you go. I
reassures
was
me.
just thinking about it, like those are the moments
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
that kind of
definitely
reassure
reassured
you.
me. Yes.
That's awesome. That's very, again, it excites me to want to catch y'all in person and
Yeah.
live, so that's cool. I'm like, it seems like you guys like getting a leg into the music. You guys are already off to a great start. Obviously you have like the bad moments out of the way. You
Yeah.
have your
yeah.
awkward moments, your nervous moments that happen already. So that kind of already, once you get over that hump, you're like, all right, cool. Like I've already been through the worst. So now,
Yeah.
what's the worst that
Yep.
can happen now at this point? Obviously, it can only just keep getting better and better.
Oh yeah.
100%.
As far as for where y'all are at, still, I know you are looking forward to your project and for it to. But aside from that, what is what goal are y'all looking to achieve next? Because I know when you first start, like you have to have like a set of goals that you kind of want to knock out one by one. Is there a current one that you both guys are trying to achieve?
Definitely just trying to get out there,
Yeah.
because exposure, especially in Austin, there's just so many, artists, even in Texas in general, just so many artists. It's kind of hard to
Yeah.
just get yourself
Yeah.
out there unless
Make
you have-
yourself stand out.
unless you have like that one song, that gets really big and then
Mhm.
everyone starts knowing who you are.
Yeah.
That's kind of my fantasy right now, just trying to get that one song.
For sure.
And I ain't gonna lie, that single I dropped, I really thought that was gonna be the one, but
Hey, you never know. There's some people that
Yeah.
run their one single like for like years until like it pops off.
hey, I'm waiting on it.
One of my favorite stories is who is it that did this? There's an artist, and I can't believe I'm blanking out his name, but he used to be just on SoundCloud and like would drop like a song a week for like years, and then he
Damn.
popped off. I can't remember who it is. You know, now I always used to tell the story, but like he would always drop a new song on SoundCloud every single week, and then eventually he built enough of a following where like one song just kind of popped off, and it just all
Dang.
staggered back to all the old songs, and it just
Wow.
kept blowing up. You know, so there's definitely a lot of ways to do it, but as always, like, you know, consistency is key.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's even a thing too. Like a lot of people get driven off because they are consistent, but the results aren't there. You know,
Yeah.
and that's kind of what I tell people. To market or like do whatever, because even releasing music sometimes isn't enough.
Russ, that's who it was.
Russ,
I was like, I'm blanking. I know who this fool is,
Oh, Russ,
and he's
yeah.
like one of the biggest independent artists now at this point. You know, so like
Yep.
imagine going from like just dropping singles, like he was just you guys. I'm sure y'all know more than anything that you gotta have the dedication and the will to provide the consistency, because I've always heard that the rule is that like whatever project you drop, you have to keep promoting it nonstop, whether it be a single
Yep.
project or whatever, until you have the next one ready to roll out. And
Yeah.
it's
Yep.
it's something to just keep it alive and keep people hooked into what you have, because you never know.
Yes.
You could be promoting your album for like 5 years, and then it's on the third year that somebody like that's already been following it was like, okay, like I never knew that they had this song, and then they're hooked. It just takes one song, so.
That's very true. That's very true.
So yeah, I'm excited to see how y'all's careers go. Because it's rare that I'm ever able to actually sit down with people that are so early on into their
Yeah.
careers, and I feel like you guys are some of the, I guess I could say it's like the next generation of artists that could come out of Austin. So
Yeah, we're like the freshmen right now.
for sure, I know we need to have Austin freshmen.
Yeah, I'm ready to get it the sophomore year.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kick into second gear, third gear, fourth gear.
For sure, you guys have to. So, like I said, it's gonna be very exciting to see everything you guys roll out, anything that you put out. Definitely next show that y'all have, I'll definitely be out there.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
So, for those that are watching, go ahead and let them know where they can find you, social media, whatever you have. Just that way people can get locked in and catch up whenever y'all drop again.
Okay, so my social media is Janiah Del Rio. That is JANIAHDELRIO, and that's like my username for Instagram, Twitter. I don't think I have any other social medias really. That's about it.
Yeah, YouTube.
Oh, and YouTube. Yes, Janiah Del Rio official. Because I had to
Official.
change it. Yeah,
There
I had to
you go.
change
You gotta make it official.
it. Yeah.
And then Rich Mack, RICHTHEMACK, Apple Music, Spotify, SoundCloud, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Reddit, everywhere. I'm everywhere, literally.
There you go.
Everywhere.
Y'all on Threads too,
Same.
though.
Shit,
Yeah.
I'm on that.
Yeah. Threads is
I
crazy.
recently actually just made. I didn't have a personal Instagram for a while because my old one got hacked like 2 years ago. It was just
damn.
some dumb shit. But I was like, after a while, just like, you know what? Like, I need to make a personal one again, because people always ask me, like, oh, what's your IG? What's your IG? And I'm just like, I don't have one. So now I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make one again and just get back into it.
Shit, you got to keep it this time.
Yeah, I know. I'm not handing out shit to nobody. The way it happened, I had a friend who like, she hit me up in my IG, like in my DM, like early in the morning, was like, hey, I need help with something. Can you help me out? Blah blah. And it was like I wake up at the time I was waking up early. It was like at 4 a.m, and I just saw the message from the night before, or like that. Actually, it was around that same time, and I wasn't thinking, so I immediately was like, what's up? You okay? Blah blah. Instead of like calling her, shooting her a text, like I should have done that. They're like, oh, I got kicked out of my Facebook, blah blah. Like, can you? I think she sent a link and was like, can you click this?
It's the link.
My dumb ass clicked the link.
It's always a link.
Yeah. And now I'm like, damn, I'm never clicking no link that I don't know. Cause geez, like, and the worst part about it, the hacker, like, he kept my page, and I would like, I think he realized that like I had the Instagram, the IDK that's perfect on the bio, and he like would reach out to me and be like, hey, I'll give it to you back for $500. And I'm like, nah, you fucking asshole. Wow. Like, man, like, you are really a shitty person, bro. Like,
Taunting
Nah.
you.
yeah,
I really think it's all one person. It has to be.
doing all the hacks.
Yeah, I really feel like they just get like one city and they just start terrorizing everybody for money.
Well, yeah. Have you ever seen those videos where like they like it's this big hacker dude where he just like he gets them on, like, he hacks their systems, And so like he has video of like their office where everybody's working because it's like ends up being a whole team.
Yeah.
And he'll get into their shit and just like fuck with them. And I was like, man, I wish I knew how to do all that, bro. 'Cause
I think I've seen one where he's on like the SWAT team or something, the FBI into there, and they raided the whole building.
oh yeah, dude. That shit's crazy. And they're like, it's crazy because it's always like somewhere in India.
Yeah.
Or like just some random ass country, you know. And it's like,
Shit, it'd
damn.
be like that.
Now they're starting to use AI and stuff.
Oh, dude, that's
AI
even
is
scarier
crazy.
part, you know, because
Yeah.
they can do like your face, your voice. Like that's why I say that you don't answer
Scary.
spam calls because they're recording your voice.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, dude,
That's
like they
crazy.
record your voice. Yeah, so like they'll like it's already been happening. Like they'll take your voice and
No
they'll
way.
call like other people, or they'll even manage to get your family's information. They'll call your family and friends, be like, "Hey, it's me. I need help. Like, can you send me X amount of money? I need to.
Oh, yeah.
I'm stranded or some random
Yeah, I
bullshit."
saw
And like, you
that.
know, a lot of people are pretty gullible. Or
seen
they'll
that.
believe that like they're trying to help.
Shit.
I didn't know they get that from spam calls.
Be answering all of them.
I did.
You answer spam calls? I stopped answering numbers that I don't have saved like
That's
years
facts.
ago. You know, because
Yeah.
it's like nowadays, like if it's really somebody that knows me, they're gonna shoot me a text.
That's
If you're
facts.
calling my cell phone, you're gonna text me. But who calls nowadays too? You know,
Yeah.
like
Facts.
you're either gonna
Yeah.
leave a voicemail or shoot me a text. Like I don't have time to go into this. And sometimes like I've had moments where I've like accidentally answered. They're assholes. They're fucking because I like to
Yeah.
talk shit. So like
Yeah.
I'll fuck with them sometimes, and they'll start talking shit. They'll start talking shit
They'll
back.
get
And,
mad.
man, like so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just avoid it altogether.
That's crazy. She literally saw me pick up a call like a few days ago, and I was really fucking with the dude. He started like talking back.
yeah,
That's
like
wild.
they just stop giving a fuck and just start talking shit.
Nah, the audacity to spam call me and like put me up through like some bullshit and then like start talking back is kind of crazy.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, no, I can't do all that. So nowadays, like I don't know what you can't trust with AI.
Yeah.
Yep.
Especially all the music that they make and shit. You
That's
know, like
crazy.
Shit, Rich the Mac AI about to go crazy.
right. Like I'm gonna need AI to start writing my music and shit.
Nah, for real.
Man, yeah, no, all of that shit is crazy. But are you both from Austin?
So I've been living here for a while, but I'm actually born in Utah.
Oh,
But
okay,
I only lived there for like a month and then we moved out.
nice.
Yeah,
What part of Utah?
Salt Lake.
Solid. Oh, damn.
Yeah,
That's a very nice place to be from.
I was born during a blizzard too. I didn't
Oh,
realize.
shit.
Yeah, I forgot how cold Utah was. So when we went back, we actually did a visit to the hospital where I was born, and it was freezing cold.
Yeah,
Compared-
I've been to Utah before. I've been to Zion. I don't know if it's from. It's
think.
fucking beautiful out there.
Yeah,
All of Utah.
I gotta
is.
go back. I
But
gotta
it's
go
all
back.
it's all Mormons though. They don't like they don't
Yeah.
sell like liquor or shit like that. When I first found that out, I was at the bar and I was like, "You just have beer?" Like just shocked, you know. Like it was very like.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's.
crushed me,
I think that's why we left Utah.
right?
Something like that. I don't know.
I would imagine.
Yeah, no, I grew up in a very, very small town.
Okay.
Like, a lot of people, when I say it, they don't know where it is. It's Salado.
So later, that's here in Texas.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I
that's
grew up
crazy.
here in Texas. I think we moved here in '08. I was born in Germany, though, because my
Oh,
dad was
wow.
in the military. So I was born on base. It's Würzburg,
Do
Germany.
you speak German?
No.
Oh, I would say Guten Tag.
No, I do not. But yeah, I don't even remember it. But I
Yeah.
do want to go back because my parents were telling me how beautiful it is out
Yeah.
there. It's
I
so
would
beautiful.
imagine.
The castles, and I don't know if it's still the same now because that was a long time ago. But
I
yeah.
don't know.
We're in Texas is a town that you were Salado. you
So
said?
yeah, Salado's kind of like, I would say, when you're going towards like Georgetown, towards
okay,
Waco, you'll
Yeah, yeah.
definitely pass through it. It's a very small town. It's not even
Oh, wow.
considered like a city. It's considered a village. So
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Jeez.
I went to a 4A school, so Salado High School. That's where I
Damn.
went, graduated, grew up there since elementary.
And then
so.
what brought you to Austin?
Honestly, just decided to move out of my parents' house. I just wanted to get away from Salado. It was just too small. Like everyone knows
I would imagine.
everything. So I decided to venture out, go in the city, and I've been enjoying it.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
I would imagine it's like a huge culture shock going from like a small village to
Oh yeah, it's
Austin.
crazy. Yeah.
And then for sure being how expensive it is now here. In the city.
Yeah. Shit. I mean, I stayed in Huddle for a while and then went to Austin, but Huddle right now is kind of what Austin is now.
Yeah.
it's getting bad.
Because all that area, Hutto, Georgetown, all those towns are like blowing up like crazy.
They're building 2 Samsung factories in Hutto.
Yeah, it's
That
like
blew
they're
my
like
mind.
it's yeah, it's a Samsung because I was supposed to go work there, but I was like, nah, I'm not gonna do that. Yeah,
Really?
I was like, I'm not gonna go that
Dang.
far out because it's like in Tyler, Texas, right? Or Taylor, whatever.
Yeah,
Taylor.
Taylor.
Yeah.
Hutto, shit. I heard they have like 1,000 employees or something.
Yeah,
That's
I've
gonna
driven
get
by it
packed.
and it's huge. Like my one of my homies, I was just chilling with him and he works there now. He's a journeyman electrician, and he was just telling me that it's like literally miles and miles just long, and it's like they're just gonna keep adding to it over and over for
Wow.
years. So
Shit, that's crazy.
It's
all
not
of that
good.
stuff over there is gonna get expensive.
I kept telling her Hutto used to be all crop field a
Yeah.
long time ago. When I first stayed there, it was all nobody knew what Hutto was. Like kind of what she's talking about with Salado.
Yeah.
And now it's like adding a
the-
population.
Sadly,
increase.
Saledo's starting to turn like that.
What's with the hippos in Hutto?
So there's actually a backstory, and it's kind of like interesting. So Hutto used to be like a really small city, I guess. Or I don't even know what it was. And there's a circus passing by because they had like first built the train tracks, and they had like the circus on the train, and a hippo got loose, and it kind of terrorized the area.
What?
Yeah, and that's where the hippo thing comes from. Now I don't know why they chose a hippo, but
They went all out with it.
Yeah.
Like, everywhere I drive by there, anytime I pass by, like there's hippos statues everywhere. Like
it's kind of
Yeah.
funny. I remember we
pointed-
drove by. She's like, "There's a lot of hippos here."
Yeah,
it's insane,
it's a
right?
lot.
Like,
Like every building, it's like hippo.
like whoever, like people, when people move out to there, they just go all out. It's like being like a Cowboys fan. As soon as you go to Dallas, like
Nah,
it's branded
that's
everywhere.
facts.
That's facts.
Like the businesses, the stores, everything is like it's a hippo
Yeah,
inspired. you know,
people's
so-
yards too. There's a zebra hippo. Like with the
Yeah,
zebra
there
print.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and one of my friends, you can custom order the hippos, which I didn't even know
Like
that.
the little statues.
They have like I think it's like a 1,500-pound one, like 2 of them in their front lawn, and they're like huge. They're like I think 7 feet tall, 8 feet tall.
God,
Yeah.
damn. I
People
mean,
go
it's,
all out.
hey, it's
They also have a hippo car too.
a hippo car.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, they do. We pass by it every time we go to the crib.
What?
That's crazy.
So like, is there? But do they have hippos there now?
Wherever they are, I don't see them.
That's what I'm wondering. Like, if you're going this hard for hippos, like, I would imagine you have them somewhere in the town where you can go see them. You know?
That's crazy to think a hippo was in Hutto that long ago.
Yeah, I mean, it's yeah. I've always wondered that. Every time I've always like met
That's
anybody
funny.
from Hutto, like,
Everyone says that. Why hippos? I don't know. You know, I know the football team. The Hutto uniforms are live. It's
Yeah.
that burnt orange with the hippo on it. They make it look cool.
damn.
Every time it's outside of that though.
You have to put
I'm
some
not-
hippos on your future album covers.
Nah, for real. H-Town. I be referring to Hutto as H-Town sometimes.
There you go. For real. That's funny. Man, I appreciate y'all for coming out and taking the time to sit down with me. I know it's been long overdue for both of y'all.
For sure.
Again, yeah, thank y'all for coming. I wish y'all the success, and I'm excited to see
Thank
y'all
you.
grow and grow into the artist that you guys are striving to be. Because as we were mentioning, you know, when you're still early on, you're still kind of figuring out your sound, figuring out your lane, and you know it takes a lot of work. And it seems like you guys are for sure. Like there's gonna be punches that you're gonna have to take, and you guys are taking them and gracefully, honestly. So it's cool to see y'all still just full spirited because it can be very
Yeah, it's
hard
not
to.
easy.
Yeah, I tried to be an artist when I was a kid, and I was like, yeah. I couldn't do it for that long. I gave up. I was like 15 at the time. I was like, nah, I'm
Aw.
good. And so I've always just done stuff in music now at this point, you know. So as I was mentioning off camera, I do like to end on a positive note. So would you guys like to kick it off, or would y'all like me to kick it off?
I'll kick it off.
Okay,
Go
cool.
ahead.
Don't give up. Like, keep pushing no matter how many times you want to say no. Just keep going and don't give up, because I struggle with that. I have a lot of doubts, and I know it's not easy sharing your music, and I just want to say, just don't give up. Keep going.
Perfect. Yeah.
You are in control of your future. Whatever you do now affects your future. Don't waste the little time that you have now.
I love it, man. I always have to go off the head too, and it's rare that I get to go second or third. So, trying to think now, what should I go with today?
You gotta do something legendary.
I try to every time, man. Let me see. I guess my positive note is to always be considerate of your routine. Your routine is always, I feel like, something that can make you feel like your life's in control, that you have a control on your life, and that you have a steady pace. Because sometimes life gets really hectic, and it feels like everything's like up in the air, and or it feels like it's all going to shit. And I know we all have those moments where it's like, what am I even doing, or what should I do, and whatnot. So always take a moment. I like to take Sundays as my prep days for the week. Take them and plan out your week. You know, don't have to follow through all the way through, but give yourself an idea of everything you want to accomplish that week and you want to do. It could be something as little as making sure you knock out your laundry on Sundays and then pack your gym bag, etc. Whatever it is, you know, just never forget to take care of yourself. You know, that's my biggest
Good
point
advice.
that I always try to tell people, you know. So thank you guys so much for being here. I'm Mario from the South Side. This is I Don't Know That's Perfect, and I'm with
Janiah Del Rio.
and
Rich the Mack.
all right, we're out, y'all.
All right, thank you.